Hello, very good morning. We start up, okay? Okay. So yesterday we were discussing operators and conditional statements. Okay. Any questions before moving further? Okay. Okay. So sometimes you may get a chance to execute same set of statements or single statement multiple times. Let us suppose you want to display your name 100 times. So at that point of time it's good to go for like iterative statements, or sometimes you may get a chance to execute same set of statements again and again until condition gets true or false, like you want to display 1 to 100, or like that kind of situations you can go for like these iterative statements. Means the statements, if you come across situation to execute again and again, okay, at that point of time, so these are the iterative statements you may get a chance to use. So it depends on situation which one is better, okay, that one you can use it up. So any of the programming language you will come across these iterative statements. Exactly in your VB scripting also you will try to come up with these statements. Okay, so there are like so many statements for each, do while, or do until, or do loop while or until, or do loop while and w end. Okay, these many statements you will come across. Okay, we go one by one. So first we can go for like do while. Okay, do while I less than or equal to 100. You want to display 100 numbers, let us suppose. So any variable you are using means you have to initialize that variable with some value before using. Okay, then I equal to I plus 1, print I. Okay, print I. So if we execute, okay, so it's displaying 1 to 100. So in between do and loop, in between these two statements you can give either single statement or multiple statements. Single statement or multiple statements. Okay, so in between these two, what are the statements you are giving? Those statements gets execute until condition gets false. Until condition gets false. Okay, so here is displaying 1 at 1 also. That means like equal to, you can remove. Equal to, if you remove, then it will display 1 to 100. Okay, so here if see in do while situation, if condition gets true, it will come inside of the loop. If condition false, it will go out of the loop. It will go out of the loop. Okay, so depends on the condition it will get executed. Okay, so these statements gets executed until that condition gets false. Okay, so just okay, so this is nothing but like iterative statements. So the purpose of iterative statements is like how many times, I mean like so whenever you want to execute same set of statements again and again, so at that point of time you can go for like while statement. Okay, so at that point of time you can go for like these iterative statements. So in this situation, whenever condition gets true, then only it will come inside of the loop. if condition false, it will come out of the loop. Okay, so this is nothing but like iterative statements. Okay, so this is nothing but like while statement. So another statement also you can use, instead of while you can go for like until also. Okay, instead of while you can go for using until. Okay. Okay, so until, this is entirely different. So while, in while case, if condition gets true, then only it will come out of the loop. If condition gets false, it will come out of the loop. Okay, so in this situation is entirely opposite. So if condition gets false, it will come inside of the loop. If condition is true, it will exit the loop. Okay, so if condition false, it will get exit the loop. Okay, so means you go along with this statement, do until means, okay, until this condition gets true. That means like if condition false, it will come inside of the loop. If condition gets true, it will come out of the loop. Okay, so this is nothing but like do until, then do until greater than or equal to 0. So if you take like I equal to 0, right, 0 greater than or equal to 0, that means it will get false, so it will come inside of the loop. Okay, so if you want to execute from this statement, you can go for like control F5. Okay, it's getting displaying, right? See here, condition is false, it's coming inside of the loop. Okay, so whenever I reaches 100, that means like I greater than or equal to 100, that point of time condition gets false, so it will go outside of the loop. Okay, so here depends on your requirement, you can go for like either while or until, but the purpose is this is the situation. Okay, this is the case. Okay, let us suppose here you want to display even numbers, so that means like 2 5 2 4 6 something like that, even number you want to display. So at that time, instead of 1, you can increment 2 at a time. Okay, instead of plus, instead of 1, you can increment 2 at a time. Okay, so this is how you can go for. Okay, then it will get display. See, it will take too much time, so what I do is I will give 20, 1 to 20, it will display even numbers. Okay, so control F5. Okay, so in between 1 to 20 is displaying all the numbers, even numbers. Now your requirement is you want to display odd numbers. Okay, so now if I go for 1, instead of 0, 1 you can give, is displaying, right? So 1 is displaying, 1 is not displaying, means 1 is not displaying, right? So what you can do is you can give this statement after print. You can give this statement after print. Okay, okay, so now it's displaying in between 1 to 20 all odd numbers. Okay, so like that, see the logic nobody will tell you, you have to think about it and you have to come up with the syntax. You can remember, but logic, tomorrow which kind of situation you will come across in your automation framework implementation, you are not sure, right? So you have to think and you have to come up with the logic. Okay, so that one, once you practice, then only you can get it up. Okay, okay, so this is nothing but like until. So another way of using is like do loop until I greater than 20. Okay, so even this is also one more way you can use it up. Do loop until the condition you can give. Even in this scenario the purpose and scope is same. So if condition gets true, it will come out of the loop. If condition false, it will go inside of the loop. Okay, okay. So control F5 if you give, your requirement is you want to display 1 to 20 in between those even numbers or numbers. Okay, it's displaying. But what is the difference between these two statements? What is the difference between these two statements? Okay, so okay, what is the difference between these two statements? Okay, so in this situation, let us suppose if condition gets true, it will come immediately out of the loop. Means these statements not even once gets execute in case of condition gets false, sorry, condition gets true. But in this situation, if condition gets false or true, even condition gets true, it will get execute at least once. Why? In this situation the condition is checking at starting position of your loop, but in this situation is validating the condition at the end of the loop. So even if the condition is true, still it will get execute at least once. Okay, that is what one important point you have to remember in between these two. Okay, that is only the difference between these two statements, do until and do loop until. Here condition validates at the end of the statement, at the end of the loops, at the end of the loop. Okay, means if condition false, it will get inside. If condition true, at least once it will get executed. Exactly in case of like while also, exactly in case of while also. Okay, so in while situation, if condition gets true, then only it will come inside of the loop. If condition false, it will go out of the loop. So in this situation, if condition false, it will never get execute at least once. But in this situation, if condition false, still it will try to execute at least once. So this is the major difference between putting while statement at the starting of the loop or ending of the loop. Okay, starting of the loop or ending of the loop. Okay, so this is nothing but like your while statements. Okay, do while and while. Okay, so and one another way of using while statement is like while here okay. So this is also another way of using your just a second, I'm getting some call. Okay, anybody having any questions before moving further? Okay.